Greetings! We are Group 7 and we present to you a short story written by us titled Tippy 2. So, let us begin.
Tippy toe. The cat was about to jump. On a beautiful day, with a calm breeze blowing past by her fur. On the building which is filled with sick animals in need. On the 44th floor, she was about to take off. For whatever reason it may be. For hell, she doesn't even care about. For heaven, will she even go to paradise?
Hey,
A meow suddenly can be heard. Continuing his unfinished greetings, he said,
what are you doing?
holding her tails tightly within his paws, there stood bravely a tomcat with a strong grip. Golden strands of fur strike as yellowish as it shines through the sun rays. A Persian cat, as he might be. Who knows? Nobody knows. Not even she knows about him. Confused, she turned back and looked at him.
It hurts.
She complained. A cold gaze laid upon him, an encounter she didn't expect.
None of your business.
She hissed, turning away from him with a cold shoulder. Without even letting her tail go, the golden cat bullied through. She felt the pain on her tail, yet she showed no signs of injury. It was clear to him that physically she was fine, or at least that's how he perceived it.
Quite a rude introduction. I apologize.
He bows to her.
My name is.
I have no intention to be acquainted with you
She said while looking back at him.
unless you are my Grim Reaper.
He stood there, chuckling at her reaction. He shook his head and said,
I'm pretty sure I am just an ordinary cat like you.
pulling out his paw and reaching out to her side. He gazed into her eyes and introduced himself.
You can call me Mika.
With a mischievous glint in his eyes, he added,
Although, I must admit, being a Grim Reaper would make for quite an interesting conversation starter.
silently looking at each other. The wind passed by again. She looked away and sighed.
Yeah, there's no way you are my Grim Reaper.
That was rude.
Out of surprise, she reached out to his paw. Slowly, they both were sitting on a bench, quietly trying to comprehend each other. Or at least he tried.
I feel like
She took a deep breath.
life is just not worth living.
What do you mean?
He was intrigued.
What's the point of it? Why do I need to live for the sake of people who love me? Why do I need to survive when surviving is the hardest thing to do?
Seems like a you problem.
I know.
She stood up, her stiff smile as well as laugh coming out of her mouth.
Isn't it ironic? That's the only reason I want to decipher from this word. Living on others' expectation, constantly being told you need to be a perfect cat. Not just that, or always being told you have freedom when you're not. I am a nuisance. So, what's the point of continuing this pointless life?
At least, you are still able to live and experience normal life.
Cats like you won't understand.
I understand.
What can you even understand? Just because you're sick physically doesn't mean you will understand such pain.
Again, that's rude.
Both felines only stared at each other silently. The hardship they both won't understand. The experience they couldn't comprehend.
There's no point.
She looked at her own paw.
What value is there to a life that wants to end?
So, you are gonna jump?
Are you coming with me?
Looking back again, he fixed a smile on his face.
Nah, I'm good. I'm still want to be able to eat ice cream.
Ice cream? Huh? What a silly reason to stay alive.
So, it is not gonna work?
She shook her head,
No,
though a seemingly genuine smile painted on her face.
I admit, it's a nice conversation. Thank you, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
The feline kept on her smile this time. She ran. She took off as if she could fly at any moment. Alice, it went as expected. Not even the beautiful afternoon sky could stop a cat like her. Not even a conversation. Without knowing her name, without knowing who she was, without knowing why, the golden feline threw his gaze to the sinking sun. Been here, been doing this all over again. Still, he couldn't stop this one, the cat who jumped off.